Welcome to this lecture titled Knowledge is Not One Thing, a positivist and pragmatist view on research-based teaching and learning. When talking about research-based teaching and learning, it immediately becomes apparent that there is a notion of teaching on the one hand and research on the other that one is talking about. As I previously argued, discussions about research-based teaching and learning often move between these distinctions. What I have also argued is that research-based teaching and learning makes this distinction more fluid, where teaching and research merge to form a vision of good learning. That said, it is also clear that we do not have the same understanding of what knowledge is and how it is produced between the different research disciplines. There is a huge difference between how a humanist like me and a scientist like my wife, a natural scientist like my wife, understand and talk about knowledge and its production. Because of these differences, it is also natural that we will have different understandings of what kind of knowledge and skills research-based teaching and learning is supposed to produce. This will therefore be the focus of this video lecture. This lecture consists of the following parts. In this lecture, I will mainly use the philosophical schools of thought of positivism and American pragmatism. By this, I do not mean that they are the only historically relevant currents of thought that one can talk about in this lecture, but they are in any case illustrative of what I want to highlight during the lecture, that knowledge is not one thing, but can be expressed in several different ways depending on the perspective you have. This will further be of importance for how we understand research-based teaching and learning and how we realize it in our different subject areas. In the first 4 videos, I will thus go through positivism and its importance for understanding research-based teaching and learning, and in the last 3, I will do the same with the focus on American pragmatism. For some of you, this may be old knowledge, but for others, it is new. But in any case, I think it's worth repeating these things. I hope you find these videos helpful.